one taker. So just use
Multithreading is a Java feature that allows concurrent execution of two or more parts of a program with maximum utility. In Java is a process of executing multi-threads in thread is a line.
Hi.
Hello, someone wants to say something?
Hi, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Holding it.
Okay, first regular now.
Good morning, all. The resource person has joined, so we will be starting with the session. Before we start, let's just a minute. Good morning, one and all. On behalf of Kaveri College of Arts, Science and Commerce, I welcome you all to the hands-on workshop on ReactJS. We are fortunate to have Mr. Kunal Pagaria as the resource person for today's workshop. And this entire workshop is conducted in association with SkillSlate Foundation Pune. Students, participant, please make sure that you keep your audios muted so that we don't have any disturbance during the workshop and it will not bother others. Right? Thank you for the same. So just a brief overview of today's workshop. This workshop will be conducted for 2 days, where the takeaways for the workshop will be getting started with ReactJS, React components, styling React components, installing Bootstrap, JSX for React components, and so on. So this session will be, this workshop will be a totally hands-on workshop where the resource person will showing you out how to write code, how to use ReactJS. Okay? So I welcome for this session, for this workshop, I welcome Mr. Ameya Agrawal, who is a founder director of SkillSlate Foundation Pune. I welcome our principal, Dr. Ashok Agarwal, vice principal, Dr. Mukta Karmarkar, all the teaching, non-teaching staff from Kaveri College, from other colleges, all the participants, I welcome you all. This entire workshop is conducted in association with SkillSlate Foundation. We have Mr. Ameya Agrawal, who is a founder director of SkillSlate Foundation. I request Mr. Ameya Agrawal to give a brief introduction about SkillSlate Foundation.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chitra ma'am, for the nice and warm introduction. Like always, it's been always a pleasure to be associated with Kaveri College. I would like to welcome Kunal Pagaria, sir, for being present here and giving your precious time for this wonderful workshop. My name is Ameya Agrawal, as madam introduced. I am the founder of SkillSlate. SkillSlate is a non-profit organization where we collaborate with different universities, colleges, and educational institutions to make sure that we can provide accessible and affordable education so that these kind of skills and opportunities can reach many people. And like today also we have received 1000 plus registrations. So I think this is a testimony to the efforts we have been doing with Kaveri College in making these kind of skills accessible, and we are reaching out to more and more people. And just to be sharing with you guys, in the past couple of days I have been receiving around 5 to 6 calls from different states across India about the kind of workshop we have been conducting. I wish principal sir should have been here because I wanted to share this good news with him, but Chitra ma'am and other faculty members of Kaveri College are here. So I would like to share with them that we have been receiving 5, 6, 7 calls from the states, different states, and they have been very happy with the kind of activities we have been doing together based on different skills, and they're actually taking inspiration from these kind of activities. So I think this is a very good approach what we are doing, and I'm really sure that students are getting benefited from this kind of workshop, and we are committed to do more of these activities at SkillSlate, and I wish the students all the very best. I'm sure that you guys will be learning a lot, and you all will be staying with us till the end of the workshop also, and in the future events also. So I again congratulate Kaveri College as well for organizing this workshop together with us in such a beautiful manner, and reaching out to so much people, and also our resource person Pagaria sir for giving out your precious time. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much, students, for being here today. I hope you will learn a lot today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ameya Agrawal, for introducing SkillSlate to all the participants, and surely they will be connected with us and SkillSlate for all the events and lecture series that we would be conducting henceforth. Now let us move on to welcome and felicitate our today's resource person, Mr. Kunal Pagaria. Mr. Kunal Pagaria is currently working as a senior development specialist at Amdocs India. He has over 11 years of professional experience in core Java, Java security, SOAP, REST services, Maven, Spring. He is an Oracle certified professional. He's an AWS certified professional. He is ITIL-VS certified professional, Cisco certified CCNA professional. He is also an information technology infrastructure library certified. So he has done his certification. Mr. Kunal Pagaria has been awarded with Employee of the Quarter in Amdocs. He has been awarded twice with Cisco Achievement Program in Cisco System for his great job. He has been awarded twice with Cisco Star in Cisco System. We are really honored to have Mr. Kunal Pagaria as a resource person who is really very resourceful, and I'm sure he will guide the students and enhance the students' skill in ReactJS. On behalf of Kaveri College of Arts, Science and Commerce, I welcome Mr. Kunal Pagaria, today's resource person for the session. Now, before wasting any more time, or without wasting any more time, I request Mr. Kunal Pagaria to start with the session. Kunal sir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
okay.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Good morning.
So you would be sharing your screen.
Yeah. Give me
I
a
will
minute.
make you co-host. Just a minute.
Yeah, I have made him a co-host.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So give me a minute. Let me open the PPT. Let's start with the React. Students, everyone, please mute yourself. So we are going to start with ReactJS programming. Okay, so I'm going to start with very basic. Okay, I hope everyone did the installation of ReactJS.
All the participants are please requested to mute yourself so that it don't causes a disturbance to others.
Otherwise, maybe, ma'am, you have the rights to move all the participants.
Yeah.
Okay, you can go here and you can click on mute all except me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes.
Yeah, so I hope you have the installation of ReactJS. Okay, so before ReactJS, you should have the installation of Node. Okay, so how to check whether you have the Node.js installed or not? Simply, you can go to the CMD, open the CMD, everyone. How you can open it? Just go here and type CMD. And type here the command node version. Okay, so put here double dash. So as a command output, you will get something like 14.17.5 or 16 point something, which is the latest version of Node, which you may have it. Okay, I have a bit older version, but that's okay. It doesn't matter to us. Even 14.17 is okay for us. Okay. Prerequisite for React is to have the Node installation. Okay, because Node allow you to download the packages, download the libraries which is required for React.js programming. Okay, so we will talk about why React and what React is. So first, at least try this command node dash dash version. You should get some output at least. Okay, and if you don't have the Node.js installed, then go to the Google and type Node.js download. Click on the first link. Here you'll see the download options, Windows installer, either 32-bit or 64-bit. Okay, so let me give this this link to everyone. Okay, along with it, start downloading Sublime Text also. So we will use Sublime Text for this 2 days of workshop. We'll write the code by using Sublime Text as IDE. Click on this link and download the Sublime Text. Okay, so you'll see the option for Mac OS, for Windows, and for Linux. If you are using Windows, click here. If you are using Linux, you can click here. Okay, now let's start with the React. Parallelly, you can download and install the Node.js and Sublime Text. It hardly takes a couple of seconds to install. So what React is?
Sir, there is a question that can we use Visual Studio?
anything you can use it.
Studio Code.
Yes, Visual Studio also fine. Okay, if you have Visual Studio already installed, that's okay. You can use Visual Studio. Even if you have any other editor apart from Sublime Text or Visual Studio, that is also okay. Yeah. So React is a client-side JavaScript library. Okay, client side in the sense, it works at the client side. Let's suppose you are accessing the Facebook. Okay, so for Facebook, you are the client. So whatever UI you see it in a Facebook web page. So to develop that kind of UI, you required a kind of programming language, UI programming language, user interface programming language, and one of the UI programming language is React. Okay. So it is the client-side JavaScript library based upon the JavaScript. Okay. So it doesn't mean that you require full knowledge about JavaScript. Even if you have basic knowledge about JS, then that is fine to start with ReactJS programming. Okay. So this library, this framework is created and maintained by Facebook. Okay, so Facebook started development of ReactJS in early 2011-2012, and still most of the ReactJS code is getting maintained by Facebook company. It is used to build the front-end application. Front-end application means web projects, websites, sites which require login, user authentication. Example, Amazon.com, Instagram.com, okay, or any website which you want to host it as a web project. Okay. So it is used to develop the web application by by using the ReactJS library. And this library can be very handy to use it, and it is fully dynamic in nature. So how it is dynamic in nature, what it means, without refreshing the page, we can update the DOM or part of the website at runtime, or call the HTTP services without reloading the page. Means, for example, see, when you access the Facebook, or when you access Instagram, you don't refresh the page, you just scroll up or scroll down, automatically you get the new post. Okay. Or if you see the comments, then you can go to the top of the comments, or you can go to the last comment directly without refreshing the page. You don't every time refresh the page. So how that is possible? How you get the data from the server? Why? Because these library, example ReactJS library, so these library, they are fully dynamic in nature, so you don't need to refresh the web page. That is the beauty of ReactJS. So that's the reason big companies like Amazon, Facebook nowadays, they uses ReactJS, because they don't want client to every time send request to the server and then get the data. Okay, it is always painful to send request to the server and get the data, because in real life entities, when you send request to the server, you have to wait for some time, because your request will go to the server will process that request, and ultimately you will get the data back. Okay, so this requires some time. Okay. So to save that time and to get full performance, for better performance, the ReactJS library is used. Okay, by using ReactJS, you don't even need to refresh the page, and still can get the data easily from the server. Okay. It renders everything as a component. So we'll talk about what component means. Okay. So if we talk about MVC pattern, model view controller, then React is referred as V. V means view. So whatever web page or whatever data you see it on the web page, so that data you can display it by using V as a view. Okay. React is similar or closer to the Angular. Even if you know the Angular, or if you know at least the features of Angular, then you can compare those features with ReactJS. Basically, both UI frameworks, they build by using MVC pattern only. So both are same in feature wise, but both are different in syntax wise. So Angular syntax is very much different than React syntax. Okay, but both are used for dynamic web development, web projects development. Both are UI technology. Both are getting used widely in the industry. So let's see why we need to learn the React. Okay. First and most important is it makes JavaScript very easy. Okay, if you try to learn JavaScript, you will feel like it is very hard. The syntax is very hard. You can't get it very easily. Okay, so it doesn't happen with the React.js. React.js is very easy to learn. Okay, so it is completely organized library. If you write the code in React.js, you can reuse that code multiple times. Okay, so like inheritance, the React.js also supports the reusability. React.js is very scalable and efficient. Okay, best example is Instagram. Like almost everyone is on Instagram, at least those who are in IT or those who connect to the social media or to the web. Okay, so we always connected together, to the social activities or to the social website by using Instagram or Facebook. So this website, Instagram, okay, I'm particularly talking about Instagram. Front end Instagram is developed in React.js. Okay, so it supports the scalability in the sense at the same time millions of users can connect to the Instagram website and can post or can get the comments or can see the post. So this is how Instagram is developed by using React.js. This is lighter than most of the framework. Even Instagram, if you use it, you can see like it is very light application. So you can download it and start using it. Okay, even Facebook is very light application. So how this application becomes light? Because this application uses light libraries, and one of the light libraries is React. And at the end, very important for you, you get the job in UI technology very easily if you have the knowledge of React.js. Because the React.js is most widely used or most frequently used UI technology in the market. Like Facebook also uses React. Facebook owns the React, right? So they of course uses the React. Instagram uses the React. Amazon uses the React. Okay, so every big company or even every small scale company, they uses React for UI development. Okay, and even React can connect to the Node.js. React can connect to Python. React can connect to Java. React can connect to .NET. It doesn't matter which backend you have. You can always connect to the backend by using some library, HTTP libraries in React.js. Okay, so now let's start with the actual implementation. React setup, we already did it. React setup. Okay. So if you have Node.js install, okay, then how to install the React? You have to run this command: npm install create React app. Okay, so this command will download the React libraries. Okay, let me give this command to you. So you can type the command here, copy paste the command and type it here. So let me copy it. Okay. So simply copy paste the command or type the command in command line npm install -g create React app. Okay, and press enter. As I already have the React, I need not to reinstall it. But if you don't have it, first install the React.js. Rakesh, what is the error? Error in VS Code? If you have problem in VS, you can simply download the Sublime text. It's a very lightweight library. And if I download it, let's see. So it's only 18 MB, so you can start downloading the Sublime text. Okay, now once you have the installation, now let's create the application in React.js. How we can create the application, or how we can create the project in React.js is by using this command, create React app. This is the command, and this is the project name. Okay, so for this 2 days of workshop, we are going to use one topic, case study topic called as contact manager. So by using contact manager application, we are going to learn the React.js. Okay, so what you need to do, go to the Explorer, your Windows Explorer, select any drive, either it could be C drive, D drive, or E drive, whatever. Create the directory with some name, for example, React.js project or React.js. Okay, so I created one directory. If you see in my data, I have React.js directory. Okay, now open the CMD from here. You have to go to the address bar and here type CMD. Okay, so this will open the CMD command prompt. And if you see the directory, whatever directory we have chosen, the CMD gets open inside the directory only. So we are in React.js directory. Let me know if you want me to repeat the step. Okay, if you are lagging behind, or if you want me to repeat the step, just let me know.
Yes.
Okay.
Gautam, sir, you're not clearly audible.
I guess he wants me to repeat. Okay.
Sir, you're not audible at all.
I have created one. Yes.
Sir, can you type the message, because you're not audible at all? There's a lot of disturbance from your side.
Yeah, I'm going to repeat it.
Kunal, sir, can you just increase the font a bit?
So this is Windows. Let me increase
For the
font.
command.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll see.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay. So just create one directory here in any of the drive. Either it could be D drive, E drive, whatever drive you want to choose it. You can select that drive. Okay. So basically, our project will get downloaded in this directory. Okay. So create one directory with name React.js. Okay. And open the CMD from here. So you have to go to the address bar and just type the CMD and press enter. So CMD will be open automatically, and CMD will get into this directory directly. You don't require to use the CD command and all. Okay. And now here, just type the command create -react app and the application name. Command is create React app and the application name.
Abhishek Parihar has raised his hand. Do you have any queries?
Yes, ma'am. When I wrote the create dash app, na, that it is here right error is showing is not recognized as an internal or external command.
Can you check the spelling? Create dash react dash app. Is it correct? Type the correct command. Create dash react dash app.
Yeah, sir. It's correct.
Okay. So it means you haven't installed the ReactJS. You don't have React library install. So for that, did you install the React library by using this command npm install
Yes, sir. I have installed it.
-g by using -g create React app?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So everyone execute this command. So it will take 2-3 minutes to download the packages. So till the time, Abhishek, if possible, can you share the screen?
Yes, sir. Just a second.
Yes.
Only host can share
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
meeting.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Just a minute. We'll make you co-host.
Yeah.
Abhishek, you can try now.
Yes, ma'am. Just a second.
How many of you have successfully executed the command? Do you able to see the download started? Just raise your hand. Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm not able to.
You have been made the co-host, so you can go and share your screen.
Abhishek, there is a button at the down of the screen, share screen, and you have to
Yes,
click.
sir. I'm doing that only, but it's not sharing.
Okay. That's okay. Maybe you may have some issue, but if you install the npm -g create React app, so you should get the command create React application. So I don't know what is the issue.
Okay, ma'am, can I on my start video?
Yes, yes, you can. Yes, yes, yes.
Kunal sir, there is a error for one of the participant that operation not permitted mkdir. I think this is the Windows error. Contact manager.
He must not have permissions for creating directory in that on that drive.
On that drive might be.
Correct. Yes.
So Sonali, please check that the drive where you are creating the directory, so it permits you.
Yeah, Abhishek, you can share your
Write
video.
the path correct. It will come then, ma'am. If you write that path correct, it will come.
Yeah. Abhishek, what happened?
Ma'am, it's not starting. So if okay, I will check my again npm install. I will
Yeah.
do it again.
What you can do is you can share me share the screenshot with us. We will forward it to Kunal sir.
Yeah, you can share it on
Okay.
WhatsApp too.
Okay, ma'am. I will share on group.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Next error, you are running create React tab 403, which is behind the latest release. Okay, so what exactly command you are trying?
Sir, I just trying to. So same command, like
Same
that.
command. So there is already the React create React app install in your system. So it is saying like first remove the global installation, npm uninstall, and then you can reinstall it again. And
So
if you have already, then why you are
yeah,
installing
sir,
it?
yeah.
You can use the existing installation only.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So participant, raise your hands if the installation is still going on. We have 280 participant, around 280. Okay. So I should get the reply from everyone.
Yes, sir. Download it, ma'am, sir.
Is it done?
Yes, sir. Done installation, ma'am.
Done. Good. See, I also got contact manager folder here inside the ReactJS, and inside contact manager, I got many files and folder. Okay. You see, my download has been completed. You'll also get the same kind of message once your download gets completed. So how many of you see this message in your screen? Raise your hands. Everyone do this. We are going to do a lot of good stuff in React.js by using bootstrap, by using JavaScript code. You'll learn a lot of new technology, a lot of new feature from React. Okay, so but to learn it practically, you need installation. Okay, so you need to have the project. So everyone,
Sir,
go
what
to
is
the-
happy hacking, sir? You have written somewhere happy hacking.
No, it's not me. It's the by using we use this command, right? Create React app. So this command output gives happy hacking at that. Happy hacking means now the project is created. Now whatever you want, you can do it. Okay, so this message is from the command which we executed. This command, create React app contact manager. Once the command is successful, you'll get this message at the end. Okay, so let's move next. Now we have to go inside our project directory, cd contact manager, go inside the project directory. And start the server. How we can start the server? By using command npm start. Okay, so this is what they also written. See, cd contact manager and then npm start. So we did cd contact manager. Now we are into contact manager folder. Now to start the server, we have to execute command npm start. So this will start the server. Okay, you can see the message. See the message here, starting the development server. So server is started.
Sir,
And
after changing the directory, what is command you said? npm.
I'll repeat. Just give me a minute. I'll repeat. Okay. Now see the server is started. Our default code, whatever code that got downloaded, it's compiled successfully. And now I can see the default web page of ReactJS. How I can see it? You have to go to localhost and the port is 3000. The default port of React is 3000. So you have to hit localhost http://localhost:3000. So you'll see the same kind of web page. So if you see this web page, that means our project creation is successful, and now we will able to start development in ReactJS. Okay, now let me repeat the step. Once you see this message, happy hacking, it means your project is created successfully. Now you have to go to your project directory, cd, and the project directory name, contact manager. And then you need to execute the command npm start, which will start the server. Okay, so basically it will run your application, contact manager application. It will get run when you execute this command npm start. How to start the server or how to run the application? By using command npm start. Okay, how many of you see same screen on your laptop?
Sir, my installation is not successful. It is showing some error. So again, I have to install it.
Which installation? This one?
First one.
Create
Yes,
React
sir,
app?
same problem.
Yes. So they are
Okay, what is the error? What is the error?
there are lots of error.
Just read the last line.
Deleting generated file package.json.
Okay. See, there could be different error. Okay, mainly because sometime the network gets disconnected. Sometime you may have low bandwidth and it is not able to download the packages and download the libraries to your machine. Okay. So you have to delete the created folder and rerun the command again. Okay. Okay, so let's wait for 2 minutes till the time. If anyone wants to show the error, or if you paste the error in the chat, then maybe I can help you. Just paste the error in the chat.
Sir. Hello.
Yes.
सर रन कसं केलं सर्व्हर ते एकदा परत दाखवता का?
Okay. Go to the directory, project directory, by using cd command, cd contact manager, and then execute the command npm start. Okay. Now I'll put this into the chat. If anyone needs help, then let me know. If you want, okay, if you are facing the error, just put the errors in the chat or share your screen.
सर ये कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट कहाँ पे ओपन करना है? एक्चुअली मेरा थोड़ा मिस हो गया था नेटवर्क के प्रॉब्लम से, तो वो नहीं हो रहा है मेरा।
Okay. First, tell me, did you executed this command, create React app?
नहीं सर,
No.
नो बिकॉज पहले वाला मेरा हुआ नहीं है ना, तो ये भी नहीं हो रहा।
So what was the last command you execute?
npm is not recognized as internal or external command.
Okay, so you don't have even npm. Do you have the node installed?
Yes, yesterday I have installed it.
How come you don't have? Mm, mm. How many of you are getting the error internal or external command?
Yes, so I am Abhishek.
Okay, Abhishek, you, and this is second case. And any other candidate, we are facing the error internal external command not found. Raise your hand if you are getting this. You also. Okay. Three out of it. Okay. Share your screen. Just let me know. Let me see the error. Share your screen. What is your name?
Madhurani sir.
Yeah. Madhurani. Are you able to share the screen?
Yes sir.
We don't see, to connect to the session, internet should be connected all the time, right? To connect to the
Yes.
session. Okay. Second thing, when we download the project, once the download gets completed, you don't require anything to download again. Only in one case you need the internet, when we download the bootstrap. Okay, so we are going to do that in tomorrow's session.
See, I have installed it, Node.js. In C
Okay.
drive, I make one folder Node.js. In
Okay.
that, I have installed it, but after that, I don't know what exactly I have.
Okay, so just go to the CMD.
Okay, CMD here, should I open or open from search bar? Whether it is okay.
Anyway, go to the CMD. Open the search bar and type CMD.
So my installation gets successfully happening.
You are not clearly audible.
It's not showing the message.
Can you type the message?
Gautam sir, type your error or type your question.
Yeah, Madhurani, can you open the CMD?
Yes, I open it.
I don't see it. I only see the Explorer. Did you share the full screen?
Okay. You are seeing, sir?
Yeah, I can see it now. Okay. Now just type your npm. Type npm space dash version. Enter. Okay. Now go back to the Explorer. Go back to the Explorer. Yeah. Okay. And type your CMD in the address bar.
Here?
Address bar. Open address bar. See program files. Yeah. So select that. Complete address bar. No. Back. Go back. Back. Okay, you have to select the complete address bar. Last page. Go at the end. Yeah. So type now CMD.
Yeah.
Yeah. Type CMD. Enter. Okay. Now type the command. Okay. npm version, node version, type the command node version.
Actually, I type npm dash dash
That's
version.
okay. That's okay. Now type node version. Node dash dash version. No. Dash dash version. Okay. No space. You can use the arrow button. No need to type the command again. You can use the arrow button. Arrow button. Yeah. Remove the space. Okay. So you have the node install. Okay, but you are not able to run this command from any directory. You have to go to into this directory, then only you can run it. Why? Because
Okay.
your path is not set.
Okay.
Okay, so now if any other candidate, if you are facing same kind of issue, now I'll tell you the solution. Go back, go to the explorer, go to the explorer. Yeah, now go back, just click on back. Okay, now copy this path, C:\program files, copy this path. Oh, no, just go to this directory, node, go to this directory, node directory.
Yeah.
Go to the node.js directory.
Yes, it is.
Go inside this directory. Okay, now copy the complete path. So copy the installation part. This is your installation path.
Okay.
Now go to the search box and type environment variable. Okay, edit environment variable now. Spelling. Go to the search again and type environment. Madhurani, your spelling is wrong. Backspace. Then don't type all the things, just type env. Okay, do you see edit environment variable? Open it. Environment variable. You have to go to environment variable, click on the path down, not here, down. System variable path. File number path. Do you see the path? 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth row. Okay, edit. New. Paste it. Okay, and press OK. Okay. Now close the CMD. Close it. Close all the CMD. And open the CMD again. Close this one also. Okay. Now open the CMD again from search, not from here, from search box. Okay, now type node version. Node
space.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Now you are able to run this command. Now you have to first install the create react app, npm install create react app, and then create the project.
npm install.
All the commands, they are available in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, just do it, because we need to go ahead. Just do this command. I again pasted on the chat.
Okay.
Execute this command, and after that execute create react app. Okay, now let me share the screen again.
Should I stop?
Yeah, please. Okay, so how many of you are completed the step? Is your project running now? How many of you see the web page? Just let me know.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Chalo, let's continue now. Okay. Now I am opening the code in Sublime Text. If you have Visual Studio, open the Visual Studio. Okay, so I open Sublime Text. I'll go here in File. I'll go to Open Folder. And inside ReactJS project. Okay. Now this is my project directory. I am selecting the project directory. And now the project has been opened in Sublime Text. Let me close this. Okay. Now open the project in Sublime Text. You also do it. If you have Visual Studio, do the same step in Visual Studio. You should see the src public node module and package.json. Done?
It's a comment.
Now what you have to do you see the app.js here? Click on the app.js. You'll see one function here, function app. Okay, so just listen to me carefully first. You have to remove this header. Remove this header and just here, type h1 hello react /h1. Okay, again I'll repeat. You need to go to app.js, open app.js file which is inside src. This is the default code of our project. We don't require this code. Simply remove it and just here type h1 hello react. Guys, mute yourself if you don't speak. Okay, and now go to the web page. You will see the hello react as output.
सर
Yes.
वो ऊपर लोगो कुछ तो लिखा है, वो रिएक्ट का लोगो वो नहीं आएगा क्या?
Why we require React logo? We are going to develop our own application, right?
Yes, but वो import logo से वो क्या import हो रहा है अभी तो?
देखो, see, I'll again do the Control Z. See here, in earlier page we were displaying the logo, right? वो logo दिख रहा था. Okay. Now we removed this code. Now no need to keep this import. इसको भी remove कर सकते. You can remove this also.
Okay.
Okay, and just here type h1. So we are going to develop the application, by writing our own code. We are not going to use the existing code.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now see the interesting part over here. If I change this, let's suppose hello React. Okay, I'm typing here again, and just I'm saving this page, Control S.
There is no need to refresh.
Yeah, so there is no need to refresh, no need to recompile. Everything you'll get it as a dynamic, because React is very dynamic in nature and it is very fast. Even you just type it, Control S, you'll see the output directly on the screen.
Sir,
Yes.
मेरा एक डाउट है.
Yeah.
ये जो रिएक्ट है वो सर्वर को कॉल नहीं करता है क्या? क्लाइंट साइड पे ही एग्जीक्यूट होता है क्या?
No, it calls it. I'll give you answer to your question. Just give me a minute. Rakesh, yes, if you use npx, that is also okay. Okay, for us there is no difference between npm or npx, so you can use npx also. Okay, then Kartikesh, how import file contact manager? You need not to import it. You just need to open it in Sublime Text. Okay, how you can open it? Go to Sublime Text, File, Open Folder, and open Contact Manager. Go to the required project location, and then open Contact Manager from here. Okay, you need to just click on your project folder and say select folder. यहाँ पे देखो, this is the option, select folder. This you have to click. Okay, then next, let me answer to the chats. The web page just keep on buffering, means buffering in memory after the h1 tag. It actually, it is not just the buffering. See, like if you change anything now, who asked me the question? Server client. Who asked the question?
सर मैंने पूछा था.
What is your name?
चैत्राली.
Chaitrali. Okay, very good question. See, now this is my code, right? So I am changing the code, and when I change the code, let's suppose I change it here 1 2 3. Let me open the CMD again. So my code gets recompiled automatically. Okay, and now when the code gets recompiled, it goes to this backend functionality. This goes to the browser and refresh the page automatically. You need not to refresh it as a user. So all these tasks will be done by the backend activity. Okay, so there is a call to the server. If you change anything, ultimately there is a call to the server, but that call doesn't load the page completely. That call only load the change data.
Sir, it's synchronous or asynchronous?
It's for us, it's synchronous, but for server, it's asynchronous call.
Okay, means only the change part will go to the server.
Yeah, only the change part. Only the change part you will get it from the server.
Okay.
Okay, now let's suppose, for example, I am here removing 1 2 3. So I'll get only this h1 tag. I will not get div tag or uske above wala tag, down wala tag, header wala tag. I will not get that one from the server. I will only get this h1 tag.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, means request automatically sent होती है क्या?
Yes, request automatically gets sent to the server.
Okay, okay.
Now consider you are viewing the Instagram application. So Instagram application, if you try to post your comment, let's suppose कि किसी ने post किया and you are trying to giving the comment, then when you click on the submit comment, okay, only the comment will goes to the server and you will see the updated comment in that post. Rest part will not get refreshed. Rest part will remain as it is. Okay. And and in traditional approach, jo pehle wala, in earlier traditional approach, 5 years back, 10 years back, what was happening? When you send something, all the data goes to the server and then you get the totally new page.
It's very time consuming.
Yeah, it's really time consuming, bandwidth consuming, not only time, but bandwidth also gets consumed.
मीन्स सर जो रिस्पॉन्स ऑलरेडी सेंड किया होता है सर्वर की साइड से वो फिर से सेंड नहीं होता, जो चेंज वाला रिस्पॉन्स है वो सेंड होता है.
Only change part, yes.
Okay.
Okay. Any more question? Shall we go ahead, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's clean this project first. Okay. App.test.js, we don't require it. Okay, you can simply delete it. Don't delete app.js, delete app.test. Okay, logo, we don't require it. You can delete it, logo file. CSS, will keep the CSS for now. Okay, now let's understand the project structure. Node modules, public and SRC. We have 3 subfolder inside contact manager. Okay. Fatima, come here, please mute yourself. Okay, we have node modules, public and SRC. We have 3 subfolders inside main folder. And inside SRC, we have the required code, which we are going to update it or which we are going to write it, create it. So whatever files and code we are going to write it, we'll write it in SRC folder. Okay. There is a public folder, no need to touch the public folder for now. Okay. Node modules, we need not to do anything in node modules. Okay, so if you open the node modules, you will see a lot of folders. So these folders, they are nothing but libraries, which we are going to use it for our development, React application development. Okay. So if you use, let's suppose we are going to install bootstrap library in tomorrow's session. So you'll see the new folder gets created and all the required libraries of bootstrap will get downloaded here in node modules. Okay. Now SRC is the main application, folder where we'll write the application code. Now let's see some theory part. Okay. Now index.js, this is the entry point of the application, index.js. So first JavaScript file that gets run when the application gets started is the index.js file. This is the first file which gets executed. Okay. So this file, index.js file, has the render functionality. Okay. Can anyone tell me what render is or what DOM is? What is DOM? Okay, document object model. Okay, but what is it? I know full form is document object model, but what is it?
Using the function, we can render to the app.js and we can use.
Okay, I'll tell you in simple word. render is nothing but display. You just need to remember render matlab render is nothing but display. Okay, and display where and what? Display on the browser. Okay, I given the answer of where. Display on the browser. Okay, and what to display? The HTML page.
HTML content.
Okay, HTML content, yes. Okay, but we have written the JS, right? We haven't written much HTML. We have written the JS. So how browser is going to display the JS? Okay, browser even doesn't understand really the HTML, or browser really doesn't understand the React. Browser doesn't understand Python. Browser doesn't understand Java. Browser only understand the DOM object modeling. Okay, so if you are writing JS, if you are writing React code, if you are writing JSP code inside your web page, if you are writing .NET code inside your web page, if you are writing Django code in your web page, your browser will not understand that. Okay, so at the end, each and every code will get converted to DOM, and then only your browser will understand that DOM. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what we are doing here, or what this JS is, so inside the JS, there is an app. Okay, means from the JS, React is calling the app. And what is app?
JS.
Yeah, and what is app? App is the component. Okay, remember, app is the component. Okay, now if you remember my first or second slide, in React, it render everything as a component. Means what? It display everything as a component. So at the end, whatever output you get it, that output is nothing but the component. Okay, now we are going to learn what component is and how we can create our own component. Okay, now okay. So component, let's see what component means. This is a very simple web page. Okay, very old web page of Facebook. Nowadays you don't see this web page, you see some beautiful look and feel wala web page. Now if you see this web page, okay, the web page is divided into different parts. Okay, so you have to think of while designing the application, you have to think of how you can divide your application or divide your web page into different part. Okay, and these part, they are called as components. Like for example, here I have the header component. I have the header component. Then here I have profile cover component. Mark profile cover. Do you see here? Mark profile cover component. You have menu component. Okay, this is the menu component. Then on the left hand side down, you have info component like about Facebook and all that stuff. Info component. And in the middle, you'll have post component. Okay, what if your friend posts something, you'll see it here directly. That is the post component. Okay, and in your Facebook page, you have the chat component also on the right hand side, and there are different more components. So basically, components divide your code, and from maintenance point of view, it will make your code very easy. Okay, so let's suppose tomorrow Mark asked their development team not to display this profile cover component. Okay, he said like, I don't want this profile cover component anymore, let's display something else. Okay, so developer only needs to remove one line. Developer only needs to remove one line. He need not to change a lot of code, only remove one line and put another line. So all look and feel of your application will get changed. Okay, how? Because you divided your application into different components. small components. Okay, and it, the division of component is totally this is the decision of the developer, or this is the decision of designer who is developing or designing the website. Okay, no one is going to tell you divide this to this component, divide this to one more component. It's only your decision. If you want to display all the data in single component, you are good to go. If you want to display all the web page into 5 components, that is okay. If you are going to display the web page in 10 components, that is also okay. Okay, so basically you have to understand how many components and what needs to be rendered inside components. Okay, got it? So take any example, take Amazon.com. In Amazon.com, you see the header, you see the menu. You can write the display of menu, display of header, display of footer in separate component and just call those components into your main component. That's it. Okay. So don't worry, we are going to create the components and we are going to see how we can use the components in our, ReactJS programming. Okay. Now just remember, component is of 2 types. One is class-based component and another one is function-based component. Okay. So you can write component in 2 ways. One is class-based, another one is function-based. Now, if you see the code, app.js code, this component is written as a function-based component. See, function app written, and inside written, you have the div tag. Okay, so this is function-based component. And now, if you want to convert it to class-based component, just you need to write the class app extend component. Inheritance, you have to use the inheritance extend component, and inside the class definition write the render, and then inside the render function return the HTML. Okay, this code is same. So this code you can see it here also, return and some HTML. Okay, here also you'll see the return and HTML. Only the difference in class-based component, you need to write the class. You need to write the class. Okay, class app extend component, this line. Okay, so class has the starting and ending bracket, even function has the start and end, but function start with the function keyword, class start with the class keyword, and you know the difference between class and function. I did not to tell that. Okay, now this is first thing. Now let me tell you something about JSX. Okay. So JSX is nothing but JavaScript extension. Okay, so it is the JavaScript extension. So what it really means, it will allow you to put HTML code or HTML tag inside the JavaScript. Okay, JSX will allow you to put HTML code inside the JavaScript. That means, see, we are writing app.js. App.js means we are writing JS code. Okay, extension is not HTML, extension is JavaScript. Okay, I'm writing JavaScript import. Okay, I want to use React functionality, so import React. I want to use component, so import React component from React library, and here I'm writing a class which is again the JavaScript code. Okay, again the JavaScript code. Return again the JavaScript code, render return, but inside it I'm returning the HTML. So I'm writing the tag. Okay, div tag, h1 tag, h2 tag. So how it possible? Because of JSX. So JSX is the extension over JavaScript, which will allow you to write the HTML inside your ReactJS code.
सर
Okay, yes.
सर document.write से भी तो हम HTML include कर सकते हैं, तो फिर ये क्यों लगता है?
No, see, document.write is different thing. Document.write means you are importing the DOM, and inside DOM you are putting the HTML. Here you are directly putting the HTML. There is no DOM.
Okay.
Okay, so the conversion, the HTML conversion into JS will be done by DOM in the backend. You need not to do that. Okay. And another disadvantage of document.dom is document means you are accessing the complete DOM object. Agree? Correct, Chaitali?
Yes, sir.
Right. So if you are going to access the complete DOM object, your class will get, loaded very heavily inside memory.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So for us, it is a single line change, but if you try to understand the technology in bit, this is very big change. Okay, because your website is going to use by millions of user. Okay, just now remember there is a 9 a.m. in India and around 9 p.m. in US. Okay, so from India, from US, from China, from everywhere, people are accessing Instagram. How much load the Instagram website will have? Just try to understand.
Sir.
So that is the reason they have to think of a small KB of memory. They have to think, or they have to save a kind of memory.
सर मीन्स वो पूरा का पूरा फंक्शन मेमोरी में लोड होता है क्या?
Which function?
document.write में.
In document.write, whatever document object contain all the DOM elements, and all the DOM elements will get loaded into the memory.
Okay.
Okay.
और इधर क्या होता है?
And in this case, there is no DOM object directly connected here. Here you have the HTML, and whatever dynamic HTML you will get it, only that dynamic HTML will get loaded into the client memory runtime pe.
Okay.
Okay. So for us, there is no big difference, but from performance point of view, there is a big difference. Okay. Now let's understand the basic part first, then we'll, later you can jump to the performance, or at least basic part should be clear first. Okay. Now understand the Jsx rule. Now in Jsx, you should not return multiple div or multiple HTML element. Inside return, you should only return single tag. Okay, now here see, we have a div and again we have a div. So means we have two div in return. So it is not allowed. So if you want to return two div, just put this two div inside one big div. Then this will be allowed, because at the end it will return the single div. Okay, so this is allowed then. If you want to return multiple things, how you can return it by using this. Okay. Okay, so this rule you have to remember. You cannot return multiple tags. You have to return the single tag. Okay, so this is good. This is valid example. So we are returning only single div. Then next, you need not to write HTML/HTML body. Okay, you should not write it. Just write whatever content you want to return. HTML body and all that stuff will be a part of index.js. If you open the public directory, you will see index.js, and it contains HTML head and all other default code. Okay, so you need not to write all HTML tags here. You only need to write the required tag in the sense which is required for the application. Okay, so this is Jsx. If you want to execute any kind of expression in Jsx, you can execute it by using curly bracket. Okay, like for example, we are into JavaScript, right? So we can create the variables, we can write the code in JavaScript, we can write the function. But at the end, if you want to display it in HTML, how you can display it? Using opening, closing, curly bracket, and inside it write the variable name. Okay, So any JSX expression goes into curly braces, opening, closing curly braces, single curly braces, and in that you can write the JSX expression. So whatever expression you want to write it, you can write it. Or if you want to call any JavaScript function, that is also possible, like name dot to uppercase. So you'll see the output into uppercase. Okay, so that is also possible. Okay, now let's do this practically. Okay, I'll go here. Let me copy this class. Then instead of function, now I'll comment this out. इसको comment करता हूँ मैं. Now I'll write class base component, class app extend component. I need import. I need import here. Wait, first I'll write it and then I'll give the code to you. Okay, so class app extend component render. I have one variable name with some value, and then I have one div tag. This will be the message we have into app component, and we are displaying the name. Okay, so we are going to display the name over here. Let's see whether we have any errors or not. Okay, do you see error compiling? No error, compiled successfully. Go to the web page, you will see default app component as a message and hello Kunal, okay, as output. Okay, and now just see here, view page source. You will not see anything. Okay, in view page source you will not see any code. Okay, we are returning this code, right? At the end to the user, we are returning this code, we are displaying this code, default app and hello name. But if you see the view page source, you will not see anything. Okay, so kind of security which ReactJS gives you. And if you see the normal website, you'll see all the code, JS code and all the stuff. In older website, you'll get all the code, right? देखा है आपने कभी?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is how you get the advantage if you use the new technology. And in PHP, you don't get this advantage. In PHP, whatever code you write it, everything is readable by the end user. Okay, now can you try this? Instead of function base, comment out the function component and write the class base component.
So there is a question, is it important to write const? Basically, const means it's a variable.
You should understand at least the basic of JavaScript. This is not React. This is JavaScript. In JavaScript, you can define the variable by using either const or by using var or by using let. Okay, so in this case, in our example, const is not necessary. It's just the example, but even you can write here var, even you can write here let. Okay, you should understand the difference between var, let and const. So this is pure JavaScript. Okay, so for us, just write the constant because we are not going to change the name. My name is Kunal, so I'm not going to change that one, right? So that's why I given it as a constant. Just raise your hands if you are done. Done, Rakesh. Very good. Others, just don't listen to the lecture. It's very good opportunity for you to write the code. At least start writing the code in ReactJS. The college has scheduled this hands-on workshop for you guys only, because you should get at least hands-on knowledge, coding knowledge, and then during the interview maybe you can explain them like what you know in ReactJS.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Which is the best practice to write the component, functional component or class component?
It depends on what exactly code you are going to write it. Okay. Now, we were going to see two main feature of ReactJS, that is properties and state. Okay, and totally it depends upon either you are going to use the properties or state in your component or not. If the component is very simple, not the component is not dynamic, the component is very much static, then you can use function based component. And if the component is dynamic in nature, then you can use class based component. Like for example, header component. Once you choose the header, you are not going to change it, right? Frequently header menu will be remain as it is, so you can write that component in function. But the post, you're going to update it very frequently. Post require state. Okay, post has the state, post has comments, the post has likes, so that you can display it by using class component. Because what advantage you get it in class, you will write the structural code, like post has name, post has id, the post has comments, you can create the list, you can create whatever code you want to write it, you can write it using class base.
So there is a error. It is giving the error as component is not defined.
So Roshan, if you see the code, we have imported the component here. You have to import this.
Yes, import statement.
Sir, why the component is imported like this? That means in curly braces.
This is the the signature of React. So this is React library, you can say, and this component curly bracket is it is the pattern. If you know the patterns in programming languages or patterns in MVC, you can get to know that this is basically the decorator, and the decorator has the syntax, so they followed the same signature over here. Okay, for us there is no difference. Just try to only remember we have to use the curly bracket for component, just for the basic signature. Okay, but if you're keen to learn these things really in deep, okay, or if you if you have in maybe after your academics, if you want to go into the development, okay, or purely development, then you can start learning the design patterns. So if you know the design patterns, then your programming coding style will be improved a lot if you know the design patterns. Okay, so start learning the design patterns. You will get to know that how to write the good code, and this is one of the design patterns which they have selected for ReactJS. Similarly, Spring is also implemented by using design patterns, Java, Spring, web services, and microservices technology. Even Angular uses its own design patterns. Python has a lot of stuff written by using design patterns. Okay, so Jsx expression, now we know how to display the Jsx with some expression. This is another example with more dynamic content. So like I have one constant show message which is set to true. Okay, and now if the message is true, if this show message variable is true, then only I am going to display this tag. Otherwise, I'm not going to display the tag. Okay, so this is conditional behavior of your output. So if something is true, then only you are going to display. If something is not true, then you are not going to display it. So basically, this type of expression also can be written using JSX. Like here, see, like we are written ternary operator, like show message. If it is true, display the h2 tag in uppercase. Otherwise, if it is not true, then don't display it. Okay. So you cannot do this dynamicness in HTML. Okay, but now you have the ability to write JSX. You have the ability to write the JS. You have ability to call the JS function inside HTML directly. Okay, and if you going to use the same signature or the same concept in pure HTML and JS, you require a lot of stuff to write. You have to write the script, you have to call the function, you have to write the code, right? Those who know the JavaScript. But here it is very simple. If you want to write JavaScript, simply write it in opening closing bracket. If you write HTML, simply write it. No need to write separate tags for that. This is the advantage of React, that is JSX. Okay, now let's
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I just wanted to ask one doubt.
Hmm?
Sir, why we have not written this import logo from /logo.svg?
That was the default code. That was the default code. We already removed that code. If you see this app.js, I don't have that code. You can remove that line. Okay. So it was the default generated code when we downloaded the project. Now we are going to create our own application. We don't require it. So I deleted that logo file also. So even you can delete this logo PNG and all that stuff. You don't require this.
Sir, can we assign another logo? Means that logo.
Yeah, you can. Okay. Now let's jump to the actual case study development. Okay, we are going to develop the small project over here. Okay, project name is contact manager. Okay, so we are going to create few contacts and we are going to display it using ReactJS and using styling and bootstrap. Okay, now if you want, you can copy paste this code somewhere in your notes. Now we don't require this code. Let's remove this h1 and h2, remove it. Okay, so we have simple div with no content right now. Remove this const also. Okay, now I have a clean code of class which extend the component which has the return, and inside div now we are going to write the code required for our application. Okay, everyone do this, clean your code. If you want to take backup, just copy paste this class and copy and paste it somewhere in your notes.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, it's a request that can you send this PPT on the group?
Yeah, after this I'll send it. I'll create the notes and I'll share it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sir?
Yeah, there is an extension, Shubham. You can use that extension directly. Even you don't require, if you use Visual Studio, you don't require to open the terminal separately. But... Okay.
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, there is a doubt.
Yes.
Sir, in class component, class-based component, we use render function. And a render function is for displaying the HTML contents on browser. Then why we don't use render function when it is function-based component? So what is the difference?
See, like there is only the syntactical difference. There is no logical difference between these two. If we even if we use here the function and the return, internally this also gets converted to DOM and this also gets converted to DOM.
Okay. If we missed render function in class based,
No,
there is
no,
no
no,
issue,
no,
or it
no,
is
no,
compulsory.
no. See, here inside class you cannot return directly anything, right? You have to write the function, correct?
Okay.
Do you know Java?
Yes, sir.
In Java, you have to write the function, right? Then only you can write the code. You cannot
Yes,
write
yes.
direct code inside the class. So
Yes.
that's why we required your function. And inside
Okay.
function, we cannot write one more function. That's why we write only the return.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
that's only the syntactical difference.
Nothing else.
Yeah,
Thank you.
welcome. Okay, now we are going to create the components. So how? First, we need to create a folder called as components inside SRC. Okay, so we are going with very basic steps, and those steps are standard according to the React standards. Okay, we are following the complete standard. Okay, same standard companies also follow. So otherwise we can create the component here also, but this is wrong. If you are creating new component, your own component, you should create the directory first. Right click on SRC. You have to click on SRC, right click, new folder. Okay, give the folder name as components. Folder name as components. Okay, now inside components, we'll create a new file called as contact.js. Inside component, we'll create a new file called as contact.js. Okay, so you have to click on components directory and new file. Okay, and then save this file, Control S, contact.js. See my directory structure. I have SRC, I have components, and then I have contact.js. And similarly, I'm going to create one more file. File name is header.js. Okay, I created two files, contact.js and header.js. So Sudarshan, just ignore that warning.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
But
Yes.
but output will be not be displayed, sir, on screen, sir.
Then output should get displayed. You are using class base or function base?
Class base.
In class base, if you render it, you should have something in return. Okay. For now, see. For now, do you see the warning here in my code?
Yeah, sir.
Right. So I am getting the output. You should also get the same output here. Right now, I'm not displaying anything, so it is blank. But I don't have any warning.
So it's a compile with warning and display with their particular code, sir, here.
Okay.
So in localhost, sir, display the type error class heritage React Webpack imported module 1. Component is not an object or null.
Have you written this? Have you written the same code? I doubt you have written the same code.
Written, sir, same code. Due class name app, and within that the H1 and H2. So again,
Share your screen.
Yes, sir. So permission is not there, sir.
Ma'am, can you give him the permission?
Yes, given, sir.
Thank you. Yes, Sudarshan. Gayatri, mute yourself.
Sir, visible screen?
Yes. Okay, now app.js you have return, then return, line number 110.
110, sir.
Okay, go up. Go up. Import render from testing. Remove that import render.
कैपिटल होना चाहिए.
Okay, first remove that one, import render.
This one line?
Yes, that is not required. Comment it out. Second thing, yes, C extend component. C is small. Why C is small?
Small a component.
C
So
should be capital. C should be capital. Component C. Component C should be capital.
So this one?
Yes.
अभी तक lecture चालू है वाला. In import and
Yeah, write it capital C. We are in we are into programming languages. So programming languages, they are case sensitive. Correct? In C, C++, Java, those are also case sensitive.
Yes, sir. It's done, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, unshare your screen. Okay, now let me share the screen again. Now we created two components. One is header and one is contact. Okay. Now in contact component, we are going to write the class based component here. Okay, so even you can use the same code which I written. Okay, let me copy paste it. Okay, you can also copy paste it. So that will be the it will be very fast. Just copy paste this code in class base component in component contact.js file. Done? Just raise your hands if you're done. Okay, now we have defined this component contact. Now we will see how we can utilize this component in app.js. So how you can utilize this component in app.js? Just you have to write
importing
in a tag. Let's first write the tag and then we'll input it. So just write the tag contact. Okay, so this contact tag you have to write it. Okay, C is capital here, contact C, and why C is capital? Because we are using the class name. So if you see the class name, C is capital. Okay, so do this change. And one more thing we have to do is, if you are using contact, and ReactJS should able to understand this contact, right? From where this contact is coming. So you have to import it. So import contact from where? From components directory, and inside components we have contact.js. Okay, so no need to write here JS, only write the file name with no extension.
Sir,
Yes.
now contact.js will become our entry point or not?
No. It will not entry point will still app.js, right? And from app.js we are calling contact.
Okay. Sir, why we have written div class name equal to app? Is it because we write in app.js?
Yes. This is the default CSS which we are applying. Even if you don't apply it, that's okay.
Okay.
Now, if you call this contact, you'll see the output contact component. Means now we are not displaying anything directly in app.js, but we are calling one component from app.js and we're displaying data which is present in contact component. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Can we display multiple components in app.js?
Yes. See, like it's very simple now. Once you understand how to display the component, okay, just you copy paste this. Let's suppose 4 times you copy pasted this contact tag. You'll see 4 times. Similarly, if you're written any other component, you can display that component also. There is no difference. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to write actual contact here. Okay. You can also write it in contact. Instead of this contact h1, I'm going to display one contact with email ID and phone number. Okay, now see, I have one contact with email ID and phone number.
In the group already.
Let me know once you are done with the first contact which you have created. Done. Do you see the same output? We have one contact with email
Yes,
ID and
sir.
phone number. Yes. Shall we move ahead? Any question?
Yes.
Please open the app.js.
Okay. If you want me to stop, okay, please let me know. App.js, let me open. In app.js, what we did, we have just used single tag contact, and our contact details is coming from this contact component, which we have written it over here. and we have to import the contact. Okay, I hope everyone now able to see the contact information. Okay, now let's write some code in header.js. Okay, I pasted the same code on the chart. Just copy it and paste it in your header.js file. Okay, now you guys tell me how I can use header inside app.js.
Import it first.
Okay. Okay.
And then write header tag in app section.
Okay. My habit is to first, write the code and then import it. So first we'll write header and then you can import it like the contact. From import header from component header. Okay, and then let's see the output. I will see the output, my contact manager, and we have one single contact.
सर
Yes.
वो स्मॉल जो लिखा है रिएक्ट वो क्या होता है? कैपिटल रिएक्ट लाइब्रेरी है, तो वो स्मॉल रिएक्ट वो क्या है?
See, this is React class, okay, and this is React, actually the file, library file, framework file. Okay, ये from मतलब क्या? From means from where we want to import it, and this import means what we need to import it.
Okay.
Okay, so this header.js may have multiple functions, right? So which function you want to import it, you can write it import from. Okay, done. I removed this line app line. I removed this app.css. Okay, and now my output is a bit clear now on left hand side. How many of you are getting same
Sir,
output? Just raise your hands. Just give me a minute. How many are getting same output? Good, Devani. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, what about others? Just raise your hand fast. Yeah, question?
sir, please can you just show 1 minute header.js file?
Contact header.js. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
header.js, I haven't changed anything. The content which I given to you on the chart, it's same content. See, this is header. Okay. So we are going to display, some better look and feel wala header by using Bootstrap in tomorrow's session. This is just, we are first creating the components, and then we'll use CSS and Bootstrap to have good look and feel for our components. So whatever content I have it, okay, I'll share it to the ma'am at the end of session.
Yes, sure, sir. So once we receive the content from the sir, we will send it across on your email addresses. Okay.
Yeah, I have one question.
Yes.
Yeah. Just now you mentioned that in a JS file, suppose header.js, we can mention multiple functions. So when we are exporting default as header, then how we can export other functions?
You can default multiple. You can export multiple functions. That's not an issue.
Okay, so export default with header, comma.
Yes.
Other function names.
Yes. Or even you can here also write export. So it's kind of syntax difference.
Okay.
But as per industry standard, in one component, you should write only the
one function.
That is that is called a single responsibility.
Right. So that is the industry standard.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
I have installed, and now it has been installed finally properly, npm also. By installing the node of 14.3 version, it has been possible. The latest version, I think so, it is under update. So I think so, therefore it is not updating the npm also.
Okay, so see, all such things is depend on your what OS you are using. Windows, Linux.
I am Windows 10 Pro.
Yeah, so maybe due to some service pack, due to some patches, it won't allow you to install the particular version.
Yeah, that's also. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Now I will try all the things which you have shown.
Yeah, please try. You are Abhishek, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I remember. Yes. App.js. Okay, shall I paste this app.js or on the chat? See, this is app.js. Let me paste it. Try to understand the code. Okay, so once you understand the code, you can write the code on your own. Guys, just believe me, there are lot of opportunity in ReactJS. Okay, you should become full stack. Your target is to learn the things as a full stack developer. Full stack in the sense you should also know the front end and you should also know the back end.
Okay, sir, I just want to ask you that any sources there from where I can get more and more projects to do like this?
Sources you can easily get it from the Google. You just need to type how you can learn the React.js. You'll get a lot of stuff. But you can't get all the things from one source. You have to look into multiple sources and grab the things as much as possible.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you can't just rely on one website or even one single video. You have to study a lot before jumping to jumping to any decision. Like if you go through one single web page and later then you feel like, oh chalo ho gaya, we are done the React from one website. This is wrong. Even that website may not have the complete full React details. You have to look into other website. You have to look into documentation, React.js documentation, to get as much as information as possible.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so now we have components. We created 2 components, and we now learn how to use that component in our main app component. So we have 2 components, header and contact. Okay, now this is our last slide. Anyone have you face such thing in your in your programming when you do the programming?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Sometimes it's very surprisingly, and it's very funny. We write the code and compiler gives the something like error is on line number 42, but there is no code written in line 42. And we it takes a lot of effort to understand the errors and resolve it, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct.
Yeah. So take programming as a fun. Okay, don't take it as a serious chalo karna ye, don't do it like that. Do it as a fun. You'll learn lot of things in in programming, not about only React, but if you learn any kind of programming language, there are a lot of things which you can learn it as a part of interest. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So yeah, we can we can call a day off now, and we will meet tomorrow at same time, 10:15. So try to connect at 10 only, because we need to start sharp at 10:15, and we may get extended by 15 minutes, so up to 12:30, or even if you have more question and answer, then after the session we'll have a kind of discussion. Okay, but don't bunk tomorrow's lecture. Tomorrow's lecture is very much important. We are going to learn properties and state, and then we are going to learn the bootstrap also, how we can use bootstrap in our app in our React.js programming. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay, welcome. After some time, I'll share the PPT and whatever notes I have it with the ma'am, and they'll share it on your email ID.
Yes, sure.
CRUD operation will take at least 1 or 2 operation, but not all due to time constraint. Okay, if you do it fast, then we can do more things. But as we have more than 150-200 students, we cannot go very much very fast. We have to stick to our speed, because everyone should understand it clearly.
Sir,
Okay.
cover the hooks also.
Hooks, no. In basic, I'll try to I'll at least explain what hook is in React. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. But to get into hooks, we first need to understand props and state, how we can use the props and state.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Chitra ma'am.
Yes, Kunal sir.
Yeah.
So yeah, tomorrow we will be starting, start joining at 10 so that we can start the session exactly at 10:15.
10:15, correct.
Yeah. And Kunal sir, some student had sent, I have forwarded you on WhatsApp their screenshots. Abhishek had mailed it. Abhishek, is your problem solved now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, it's
Okay.
totally solved.
So only he has sent, so I had forwarded it onto your WhatsApp.
Okay, maybe if you have any errors, if you're if you need my help, then share your error details to my email ID. I'll reply to you.
Yeah. Can you share your email ID over
Yeah,
here in chat? Yeah.
Yes, let me share it to everyone. Okay, everyone, please note down my email ID. If you have any doubt, question, you can share your question on this email ID. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Candidates.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Kunal sir. So we come to end of the 2 days workshop. Tomorrow we will be starting at 10 a.m. That is, we will start the Zoom link meeting at 10 a.m. Sir will start taking the session from 10:15. So be prepared if you want to try out something so that you are with whatever. If you are lagging behind for today's session, you can cover it up in entire day today and be prepared for tomorrow's session.
So ma'am, I'll start at 10:10 so that we'll have 10 minutes of revision, and then yeah.
Okay,
So
no
everyone,
problem.
yeah, everyone please connect at least at 10 so that we'll start at 10:10. Okay, I'll leave now. Bye everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.